In today's video, we show you how our production line assembles the roof on our J-Flight product. In the upper left-hand corner, there will be a time lapse of the first station. With the rafters and ceiling paneling already installed, we roll out insulation, then cut it and stuff it into place. Each 3/8" plywood roof panel is laid in place one at a time, being careful to line it up and mark the rafter location with a permanent marker. Once the roof panels are in position, we drill holes for vents and prepare screws for later before stapling the perimeter to the frame. It's important to shave down any high staples so nothing sharp catches the Alpha TPO. We then use a routing tool to cut off excess paneling on the end and route out holes for air conditioners, vents, or other openings. With all the openings lined up and cut, it's time to screw the roof panels into the rafters. For their last step, these workers shave down any high screws to avoid damaging the TPO material down the line. Several stations later, we clean the roof thoroughly to avoid trapping dust or debris under the TPO material. A mesh tape is laid across the screws lining rafters before we apply a healthy amount of glue. The glue is then spread with rollers to make a nice, even coat. Workers then drag out the appropriate length of TPO material, making sure to leave a little excess on both ends for a clean fit. They make sure the material fits, pulling the edges to make it taut, before securing the leading edge under the aluminum front rail. With the front secured, we then squeegee every square inch from the center outward, removing air bubbles or wrinkles and applying pressure to adhere the glue. Once the TPO is smoothly and cleanly laid out, we prepare and attach side trim rails with adhesive tape and screws. The next step is to button up the top of the front end. So workers install the marker lights, then secure the top edge of aluminum with trim and screws. In this process, the metal lays over top the TPO, making for a good, clean edge. As a final step, we cut out the holes where ACs and vents will go, stapling the excess inside the hole so no gaps are left open. At the next station, workers prepare and install all fixtures for the roof, including air conditioners, vents, skylights, or satellites. Plastic parts like skylights or roof vents must be primed with Alpha Primer, and only Alpha Primer will work on Alpha TPO roofs. Each component and edge is then sealed with Alpha-Thane self-leveling. An Alpha-Thane non-sag sealant goes around the front and rear corners, where transitions meet the roof line and gutter rails. Once sealant is applied, the roof is complete.